Hello, Bears fans. Have you ever thought that just one decision in this offseason could completely change the future of the Bears? Because let me tell you, what's been happening at Hallis Hall in recent days isn't just minor changes. Some moves are about to shake things up in a big way. We have a young star knocking on the door, a veteran with an uncertain future, and a potential trade that could send the fan base into a frenzy. And here comes the question. Will the front office have the guts to go all in? Get ready, because what's coming next will have everyone talking. But before we start, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss any Bears news. If you've been following the Bears, you know that our secondary has been a real roller coaster ride in recent years. And the safety situation for 2025 has put the team at a tough crossroads. It seems like Ryan Poles is already working behind the scenes to fix this. Kevin Bayard, our battle-tested veteran, had a good season, played all 17 games, led the team in tackles, forced some interceptions, and was a constant presence on the field. But there's one key detail. He's turning 32 in August. Age starts to take its toll, especially at a position that requires explosiveness, quick reflexes, and game awareness. And there's more. Jaquan Brisker, who was drafted by Poles in 2022, has impressive talent and a strong physical presence, but he only played 5 games last season due to a new concussion, his third since entering the NFL. That's not something to ignore. And now, a move that could change everything. Andrew Mukuba, the Texas safety. Mukuba impressed scouts, and it seems that this is not just a pre-draft courtesy visit. It has the smell of strategic planning, maybe even a succession plan. Mukuba, who started as a nickel at Clemson, stood out in 2024 playing as a true safety at Texas. He amassed 69 tackles, 6 passes defended, 5 interceptions, and most impressively, no touchdown allowed. He has excellent field coverage and forced 33 incompletions in 253 snaps. The guy is phenomenal at reading routes and isn't afraid to be aggressive. Of course, he has his weaknesses. He missed 13 tackles last season and has a lighter frame, standing at 6 feet 1 inch and weighing 185 pounds. But with the right coaching, he has huge potential. Dennis Allen, our new defensive coordinator, has worked wonders with players like Charles Woodson and Tyrann Mathieu. He could be the perfect coach to shape Mukuba and make him a future playmaker. And if Allen isn't enough, Ben Johnson, our head coach, knows how to get the most out of a versatile DB, as he did with Brian Branch in Detroit. Mukuba could become that kind of player. And with Bayard in his final contract year and Brisker's future uncertain, this could be the perfect moment to secure the position's future. Now, a move that could set everything on fire is the potential selection of a running back. Have you ever imagined a guy who runs 40 yards in 4.32 seconds? Now, picture this guy in the Bears' backfield, with Ben Johnson calling the plays. Bayshield Tootin from Virginia Tech could be Ryan Poles' secret weapon for the 2025 draft. While everyone is focused on Ashton Gentry, one name is starting to gain traction behind the scenes. Tootin was the fastest running back of the combine, and not only that, he dominated the physical tests, proving he's one of the most complete athletes in the class. But he's not just a good runner in tests. In 2024, Tootin ran for 159 yards, averaging 6.3 yards per carry, and scored 15 touchdowns. This was against quality defenses in the ACC. He's also a threat in the passing game, which is crucial in Johnson's scheme. However, what could be a problem is that his play style is quite similar to DeAndre Swift, our current running back. Neither is that power runner who will carry the team with 20 rushes and run over defenders. But if Poles decides to invest in Tootin, he could be molded to complement Swift's style, a guy with explosiveness and adaptability in Johnson's system. Now get ready. The big move being talked about is a bold trade to move up in the draft and take none other than Ashton Gentry, the running back who dominated the 2024 season with 2,613 yards and 29 touchdowns. He nearly broke Barry Sanders' record. Gentry is the type of player who can transform an offense. And with Ben Johnson in charge, he could become the next big name, much bigger than Gibbs was in Detroit. The question is, do the Bears have the guts to make the jump? Is it worth investing all the capital to secure Gentry, even with Swift on the roster? The fan base is divided. Some want a more physical, traditional running back, while others see Gentry as the key to ushering in a new offensive era for the Bears, full of speed and explosiveness. But the big question will be, will the front office dive headfirst into this opportunity? And finally, some news that will please everyone. Kyler Gordon, the guy many underrated at first but who has become a pillar of our defense, could be receiving a contract extension soon. Poles is working to ensure Gordon stays for longer. He had an incredible 2024 season, allowing an average of just 41 receptions on 51 targets and posting a 76 coverage grade. The contract should be around 3 years and $33 million, a fair value that positions Gordon as one of the cornerstones of our defense for many years. Now, the big question, is all of this part of an even bigger strategy? Or is it just the beginning of something even bolder? The Bears fan base is watching closely, and the future of the team is being shaped by bold decisions. What's next? It's hard to predict, but what we know is that Ryan Poles and Ben Johnson are clearly focused on building a solid defense while transforming the Bears' offense into an unpredictable and dynamic machine. The move toward more versatility on defense, looking for safeties like Makuba, and the constant search for explosive talents on offense like Gentry show that the team is really trying to differentiate itself from the competition. The question is, how do these moves align with the long-term plan? Poles is taking strategic risks. The priority is to strengthen the team without compromising the future. We can't forget that the Bears still have the 2025 draft ahead of them, and it's a crucial moment to take advantage of the picks left over from past years. Moving up to take Gentry, or even making a bold move to secure Makuba, could be the move that puts the Bears back on top. The NFC North is in transition, with teams like the Vikings and Lions making significant changes, and the Packers trying to recover after Aaron Rodgers' departure. This is a unique opportunity window for the Bears. Another point to highlight is the impact of Kyler Gordon. Don't be fooled, Gordon's work in 2024 was a game-changer for the Bears' defense. He stood out in a season where the secondary struggled with injuries and inconsistencies. With a contract extension, he not only solidifies his place as a defensive leader, but also sends a clear message to the league. The Bears are ready to compete with the best teams in the NFC. Gordon and Bayard's leadership in the backfield could be the perfect combination for this new defensive era. However, the pressure doesn't ease up. The 2025 draft and free agency moves must be made with pinpoint precision. The offensive line still needs reinforcements, and the relationship with Justin Fields will be crucial. Fields has shown signs of improvement, but he needs more weapons around him. An explosive running back like Gentry could be the key to finally relieving pressure on the offensive line and giving the QB more freedom to express himself. Not to mention the addition of Makuba, who, if he fits well into the scheme, could be a key piece to making the team function as a cohesive unit. In the meantime, Bears fans are in a state of excitement and anticipation. The city of Chicago has a long history of highs and lows, and now there seems to be a sense that we're finally on the brink of something big. What more could Poles and Johnson do to ensure 2025 is the year of rebirth? Bold draft choice? Maybe a surprising trade to add a veteran star? Whatever the path, it's clear that the Bears are ready to take risks. They're not afraid to be bold, and that's exactly what this franchise needs to finally break out of the shadow of disappointing seasons and shine again. In the end, what Bears fans can expect is a more competitive, younger team full of potential. The 2025 season could be the most exciting in a long time, and who knows? Maybe it's the year the Bears finally break the curse and start competing for major titles again. The fan base will undoubtedly be there, cheering for every touchdown by Fields, every interception by Gordon, and, of course, every brilliant play by Gentry and Makuba. The road to success is paved with smart moves, bold choices, and a spirit of renewal that seems finally on the horizon. As a Bears fan, I can say there's finally a sense of optimism in Chicago. After years of frustration and unmet expectations, I see the recent moves as a sign that the franchise is truly trying to turn the page. Ryan Poles and Ben Johnson seem to be doing the right work, strengthening the defense, which has always been a strong point of our team, while trying to build a more dynamic and unpredictable offense. What excites me the most is the evolution of Justin Fields. He has huge potential, and with a few better offensive pieces around him, I think he could become the QB we've always dreamed of. Adding players like Gentry might be just what's needed to give that extra push to the offense. And on defense, if Kyler Gordon keeps evolving, along with Bayard's experience in the backfield, we got something really special coming together there. Of course, there are still issues, like the offensive line needing more reinforcements and the need for more consistency throughout the season. But I see all of this as a process. The 2025 draft is going to be crucial, and I trust that polls will make the right choices to ensure the Bears become truly competitive again. So as a fan, I'm excited, but also aware that the road is still long. I just hope that, in the coming years, the Bears will show they're ready to challenge the best teams in the NFC and finally give the Chicago fans the team we've always needed. Patience has been key, but with every move, I feel we're getting closer to returning to the top. Let's see what the future holds, but I'm eager to see where this new era takes us. So, Bears fans, the question is, are you ready for this new era?